Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and hopefully sell them for a profit. Today I'm going to ship out the items that sold on August 21st and 22nd, so Thursday and Friday. It's only 4 items, a gross sales amount of $77.21. It's just really slow right now. 2 items sold on Poshmark on the 22nd, 2 items sold on the 21st on eBay. It seems interesting to me that it happened like that. I don't know. The first item is an Eddie Bauer thermal, like waffle knit short shirt. It is new with tags and it has a Kohl's tag on it. I found this at the bins, and you know, I like saving things that are new with tags from the bins. I should have looked. I should have looked to see what my personal sell-through rate is with Eddie Bauer. I like to find Eddie Bauer in more like outdoor stuff, like outerwear. That's probably what I should have said. But I think, I don't know, a new with tags shirt, even with a Kohl's tag, I'm willing to save from the landfill. So this Eddie Bauer thermal shirt has an average sale price of $15.48 with a 10% sell-through rate. Super low sell-through rate, but it still sold in 6 weeks. So I sold it for $16 on Poshmark. And on Poshmark, if you don't know, you can use priority mail shipping supplies. So I like to use the Tyvek envelopes. I don't have any right now. The padded flat rates are my second favorite. I don't have any right now. I ordered all of the envelopes. So this is a flat rate envelope. I also have a legal size flat rate envelope. I ordered those. I ordered the padded flat rates. I ordered the Tyveks. I ordered like 50 Tyveks and 10 of everything else. And I got one of these in the mail the other day. Just one. I don't know. They don't even like sell them. They're free, but when you order them, you have to order them in packs of 10. So I don't know why they just sent me one. Felt really strange. It's kind of funny, but regardless, I'm going to use it to send this via Poshmark. Okay. I had this listed for $20. It sold for $16. That's a 20% off offer. I use Prime Lister to share my Poshmark closet and to send offers. I have it automatically set up to send 20% off offers within, I don't know what I have it set for, but a few minutes after they like the item. And then occasionally I'll go in and manually send higher offers if I'm feeling like it, which isn't often. I did it like a week ago, and it didn't really garner much sales. A couple, but not many. Like I said, I bought this at the bins, which is the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. I have an average cost of goods of $2 per item there. And my profit is $10.80. Not bad. Not great. I'll take it. All right, this is definitely one of my favorite brands to sell, Torrid. Just talked about Torrid this week. But this is a top. I used baby doll, and I actually looked up baby doll this morning because I had a Y2K top that I listed. Sorry, I was just thinking, I wonder if I have it close by that I could show you. Because I just listed it, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to dig through all my stuff. And anyway, it's one of those like just real like skinny shirts with the extra long sleeves. It was Abercrombie and Fitch and very like Y2K style. And when I looked that up, baby doll came up as a keyword, and I was like, I feel like this is more the baby doll style. So, I mean, this is not a Y2K top, but that style with like, an empire kind of waist with more, even peplum almost, but peplum, the waist I think would be more down here. Anyway, I used baby doll, even though this is not Y2K, it does have that kind of look to it. The sleeves are sheer. Can you see me? And then it has a little ruffle. So I think I also used peasant because of the sleeve. It has kind of a peasant sleeve. Now I will tell you that keywords are not my forte. However, I'm learning, I'm getting better. And so as I'm learning, I'll share with you things that I've learned like this. So, Torrid baby doll top was what I looked up in the eBay product research tool in the eBay seller hub. And the average sale price is $15.85 with a 14% sell-through rate. Again, very low sell-through rate. This did take 5 months to sell, which makes sense. And it did sell for $20. I had it listed for $25, which is kind of my like made up baseline number for kind of my bread and butter brands like Torrid, sometimes Eddie Bauer, but not really Eddie Bauer, but like J. Jill, Chico's, Talbots, those kind of things. Actually, I think I haven't bought Talbots in a really long time. Anyway, if there's not a very clear, like I need to list it for this exact amount or sell it for this exact amount, then I will list it for 25. Hope to get 20 or at the very least 15. So thankfully I got $20 for this one. I bought it at a church sale in the spring. So I've had this listed for 5 months. It cost, I said that weird. It cost me $2, and after fees, my cost of goods on Poshmark, my profit's 14 bucks. Bucks. I don't usually say that. Do I say bucks? No, it sounded weird coming out of my mouth. I'm officially out of priority envelopes, so that's a little concerning. All right, so talking about style and keywords, I don't know what I did with this, but I found these like vintage shirts. The brand is Grants. They're made in the US. Are they made in the US? Yes, made in the US. Anyway, they're kind of like ribbed, that's the word, where it has the lines in there. So there's 2 of them. This one, the little patch has come off, and on the other one, the patch is very loose. And so I didn't really notice the patches. Maybe I did on this. I don't know. But I didn't really notice the patches. Here's the other one. And then there's the little sunshine patch. But I didn't find great comp information on this, but I got so many messages and like, do you think I could find a patch to replace it? Can I buy just the brown one? I got a couple messages of, can I buy just the brown one? I didn't have them listed very high to begin with. I think maybe $25, but I think just 20. And my sales have been really, really low. So I got an offer for $10 on these, and I knew they were not in perfect condition, and I just accepted it. So they sold in 6 weeks. I paid $1 for each of them at a church rummage sale. That was a different one than the one I just talked about. This one came from when I went to New York with my husband on a work trip. I actually found a church rummage sale in New York. So I went to that, and they had most of their clothing, I think, was like $1 a piece. So I paid $2 for both of these. They did take 6 weeks to sell. Maybe I could have hung on to them a little longer and gotten more, but I'm happy to just move it. And my profit is $6.34. I also get my $2 back, which is nice. Something to think about, you know, when all these numbers are being thrown about. All right, last one. This I bought for me and I was sad. I thought they were so fun. They're like really baggy cargo pants, cargo jeans. The brand is Wild Fable, which is just a Target brand. Is it Target? The other thing to note, I think, is these are made in a fair trade factory. So I can use things like sustainable and words like that. And yeah, so anyway, I found these at a liquidation store. I have a liquidation store in my town that I often forget about and probably should go to more often. But when I do, usually I find some fun things, and this I found, thought I was going to love them. I was so excited, brought them home. It was not a good look for me. Sometimes I have to remember that I am 45 and I do not need to dress like my teenage daughters. But it was fun. It was a fun thought. And my teenage daughters encouraged me in this endeavor to dress like them. So let's see how we do that. Maybe encourage is a little bit of an exaggeration. Anyway, it's not like they want me to be their twin. Okay, so Wild Fable cargo jeans, and I think I added baggy in there. An average sale price of $13.61 with a 33% sell-through rate. It's the best one today. And mine sold for $15.97. I think I had them listed for $20. And $15.97. So this sold on eBay. So with shipping, they paid a total of $23.42. I've had those for 7 months. I spent $4 on them, and that makes my profit $9.36. So I have a whopping $40.50 in profit over the past 2 days, which is not ideal. But fall is coming. I can feel it in the air. Actually, we're getting like teaser fall weather right now. It will be hot again. I can guarantee that. Yeah, that's all. So I was kind of thinking over some things, and I wanted to ask your opinion. I talked about this earlier this week, that sometimes I feel like I say the same things over and over, and sometimes I feel like I miss things completely. And so I was trying to think about how can I like theme some videos for a while, and since I do mostly like daily ship with me videos, just to kind of make it a little more interesting. Maybe for you, maybe for me, I'm not really sure. But what I was thinking of is school has started in our area. I homeschool my kids, so school has not started for us yet, but I was thinking like, maybe we can do some sort of lesson. And I was definitely thinking about how, you know, I need to be better at keywords. I need to, I know I talk a little bit about brands sometimes, and I'm like, even then I feel like I could know more. I could learn more. So I was thinking maybe I would just choose one item that I sold and dig a little deeper in it while I'm doing my, you know, labels and things like that. Maybe, so like maybe today, maybe I could have talked a little bit more about Bauer and like the history of the brand and what they sell and what like the overall sell-through rate is, and maybe even some breakdown of, you know, what sells best. And then my own personal experience with the brand. Torrid would be really easy to kind of do those kind of numbers with. So I was kind of thinking about that. Maybe even, you know, just depending on what I sell. That's the thing. I wouldn't really be able to have like a like list of brands or whatever. I would just do it based on what sold. So yeah, maybe even some style things. Like maybe I could dig a little bit more into the baby doll style and where it came from and why it's called that and who wears it and things like that. So I think definitely so that I can share with you, but also so that I can learn more. But I'm just kind of curious if that's something you would be interested in. And also, if that is, what am I missing? What would you like to know about those brands as I'm doing some research? If there's some you know, little aspect like who owns the brand or how much the brand is worth. I don't know. Trying to just come up with random things off the top of my head. So if there's something that you would be interested in, I would love to know. So that's going to be the question of the day. If you're not interested at all, tell me that too, because that would be good information to know. If most people are like, I don't want to hear that, then I don't necessarily want to put the time in. Well, maybe I do still for myself. I have to think on that a bit. But I, you know, still want you to be interested in watching the videos. So, all right, I think that's it for me. Thank you so much for being here with me. One of the things I really love about this is just being able to chat with you as I am shipping out my stuff. So yeah, make sure you like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you soon.